Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the DSP morning show here on DSP Gaming. How y'all doing today? Welcome to the most relaxing place on the internet. Today is Thursday, the 12th of March, 2026. I'm DSP. It's time to chill with Phil as we build up attendance before we begin with today's gameplay festivities of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, continuing here on the channel. How are you all this lovely morning, everybody? Sebastian says he loves me. Well, that's great. Good for you. How are y'all? Ralph needs our help. Ralph needs our help, does he? I'm sorry to hear that. How is everyone today? What's up, Beef Supreme? How y'all doing? Let's say good morning to everyone, shall we? John Nepper, how you doing? Rose Diamonds, good morning. Bookworm, what's up? Catherinarius. That's a weird name. Catherinarius. Beef Supreme is here. Fader, Toasty, the villain. Snake Sauce Reloaded, Most Tasteless. Captain Cody, Iki. Romulus, Lavinia. RGB Lover, A Lukewarm Coconut. Babogan. Armidude. Mr. Magoo Eye Doctor, that's an interesting name. Broden, how you doing this morning? Grandmaster Scrub, what's up? Gabriel, good morning. How you doing? Edreed, what's up? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. As I said, a very chill show today. We're just going to relax. We're going to enjoy each other's company for about half an hour to an hour, depending. And then we will jump into Dragon Quest VII. I don't have any established topics for today. Particularly these last few days, we've had news stories going on and things to talk about. Not really today. So if you guys have any follow-ups, all right, any follow-ups to anything you want to talk about, today will be the day. All right, let's go. I'm being told that Ralph got arrested. That's unfortunate. I'm very sorry to hear that. Perhaps, for those of us who were very upset about this news and are worked up, these soothing tones and melodies will be enough. Actually, I should actually lower the music, huh? It's too loud. It was actually way too loud. Helldivers 2 player with our first contribution of the day, bringing some luck of the Irish. Maybe that's what Ralph needs this morning. $2, he says, do you think GTA 6 will be delayed again? Do I think? No, I don't really think about that. Do I know? No. What is the probability? It could happen. It's like I've already said. Rockstar knows that they have a certified, guaranteed, monstrous bestseller on their hands. If GTA 6 came out and was the worst game ever made, they would still make tons of money. All right? That's what they've got. They've got the most valuable IP in gaming, quite frankly. So that means that they can afford to take their time as much as they want. They don't have to rush anything out. There's no set, they're not in a rush at all. Other companies are like, oh, we have to get it out by this quarter to make this kind of sales numbers and this kind. They don't have to do that. So is it probable that they would delay the game again? Yes, it is probable because they're the one company that doesn't really get hurt by delaying this game. Does that make sense? Like any other company to have a game delayed, they'd be like, oh, well, now we're screwed. Now no one's going to buy it. Not with GTA 6. In fact, if GTA 6 comes out and is a masterpiece, then all you'll ever hear was, despite as many delays as it got, the delays were worth it. So, yeah. Could it be delayed again? Yes, it could. Do I want it to be delayed again? Obviously not. But that's life if it does get delayed again. I have added Slay the Spire 2 artwork to my rotation here now. Since we finished Hollow Knight yesterday, I removed the Hollow Knight animations, as nice as they were, because those were nice Hollow Knight animations. And I added Slay the Spire 2 to the rotation, you might have noticed. Exactly, Bookworm. He says GTA 5 Online is still paying the bills in the meantime. They're floating in money. Exactly. There's no pressure. They don't have to rush. They know that they can do what they need to do to make this the best game possible. And when it goes on sale, they'll be filthy rich again. Well, not even again, just they'll continue to be filthy rich. So, Velocity says, I just woke up. Man, daylight savings is something else. For me, it was rough that first day. Second day. It was rough. I actually felt really crappy. I'm pretty much adjusted to it now. I think I'm fine now. But yeah, it took about 2 days for me, and now I'm good. But it is annoying. And honestly, we still have some people who I think are showing up late because I'm starting an hour earlier and they're actually a little late. So it's actually a good thing that every day we either do this build up with the morning show or with the podcast. I look fucked up today. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Do I? I look fucked up? Thanks for that commentary, whatever that means. Ralph has been released from jail. Nonsensical charges dropped. Can we congratulate him on another victory? Yes. Oh. Thank you to Lance Catamaran for gifting a sub. That's our first contribution on Kick. Bringing more luck. See, I told you, the luck of the Irish. Ralph got some, and there you go. Apparently he's out of jail. That's how it happens, right? All right, so thank you to Lance Catamaran for our first sub of the day. That's how it works, man. Cool. See that? I've only been broadcasting 6 minutes, and already we got Ethan Ralph released from prison. That's the power of DSPGaming, baby. That's all you need. Have I watched the new season of One Piece yet? I am beginning to watch it slowly. So I will probably have thoughts on it, in like a week when I have a chance to get through it. Well, how many episodes is it? I don't know. I think it's probably 8. Like, all Netflix shows are like 8 episodes, right? So I'll do my best, and, I'll talk about it when I get a chance. Top of the morning to you, Kimikaze. Do I have a morning routine before work? Yes, I do. It's very typical. It's not very interesting. It's like, wake up, use the bathroom, shave, take a shower, get dressed, okay? Eat breakfast, help my wife around the house with whatever she happens to be doing, because some days she's doing cleaning and stuff, and I help her with that in the morning before I come on stream. And then come upstairs and get the stream running. Usually I come upstairs and brush my teeth, use the bathroom again, and then get the stream up and running. That's my typical morning routine for a day that I'm working. Very exciting stuff, right? I mean, very rigorous, regimen of activities there. Sorry, as much as, the mentally stunted would believe, I actually do shower every single day. Yes, I do. I shave every other day. Because if I shaved every day, my face wouldn't be very good. It would actually break out. I have very sensitive skin. But what happened is a couple things. I started shaving more often, and I got my skin kind of used to it. I eased myself into it. Because I used to only shave like once a week because my skin's so sensitive. But I started shaving like 2 times a week. Then 3 times a week. Now I shave every other day. And also, I bought a new damn razor. My razor was like 5 years old and was very outdated and wasn't cutting well. So I bought a brand new high-end electric razor, and this thing is like super smooth on my skin. So it is nice. It doesn't irritate my skin at all anymore. So now I shave every other day. Nah, I don't want to grow out the beard. Like I said, Bookworm, number 1, my wife likes my beard just like this. I've asked her, and she's like, no, I like it like this. Well, then I'm going to keep it like she likes it, okay? And number 2, I tried growing out a beard. It was too itchy. Now, I'm aware that there's skin care and there's beard care products you can buy and things that apparently make it more manageable, but I just didn't really like the feel of having the full beard. I absolutely could grow a full beard if I want. Like, my beard grows fast, too. So within like a week of not shaving, you'd see it on my face like heavy, but I just don't really have the desire to grow out a real beard. Don't like it. Yeah, exactly. Bookworm says your skin would get used to it in a few months and the itching would just go away. I had a feeling. My problem is my skin is so annoyingly sensitive. I guarantee you if I grew out a beard, just from having the hair on my face, the extra sweat and heat, I'd probably break out and have like tons of pimples and stuff. Like, oh, disgusting. Hate it. La, 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 la. This is some nice relaxing music. This is the relaxing music playlist. And it is very chill. Like, holy crap, man. Right? This is like ultra relaxation right now. What razor did I get? So my wife and I, a couple months ago, we went to Costco, and they had a razor there, and it's a Braun, and it's the newest one, like whatever the highest end newest Braun razor is. And I was like, dude, my Braun's like 5 years old. Let me just grab this one. So I did, and I started using it. When I came home, I was like, it's like butter. Like, you know what I mean? Like putting a knife through butter. It's like zip, 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 zip. Like, what the hell? It's like night and day from using the one I had. Zero irritation. It cut beautifully so close. Like, goddamn, in a few years, they advanced technology so much. It's like a different freaking kind of razor. It doesn't even feel like the same one, but it's the same company. So, well, thank you. Norexative says, I'm actually pretty handsome. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Beef Supreme says, you look great unlike LTG's weird thin beard. Well, that's because he can't grow a beard. He's one of those guys, yeah, he's got the baby face, but he can't grow a beard. Like, he doesn't have enough testosterone to grow a real beard. So he can only grow, like, the strap. So he just grows the strap. You notice he doesn't have any hair here whatsoever. He can't grow any hair here. So he just has the weird, thin, pubic mustache and then the stupid, ugly-ass chin strap because that's all he can get. That's what happens. Disposable razors for the win. Sadly, like I said, my skin is ultra-sensitive. Like, ridiculously sensitive. I had such bad acne when I was a teenager that my mother actually took me to her dermatologist. And he looked at my skin, he tested, and he's like, so your skin is of a type that basically it so easily irritates, okay, that you're going to have to not use half the stuff people use. Because you can't ever use abrasive face washes or cleaners. You'll actually, like, destroy your skin. So you got to be careful when you even touch your face or things touch your face because your skin is so sensitive that you'll get, like, a welt on your face just by scratching sometimes, okay? And basically, he's like, you can use bladed razors, but you have to find, like, the right one because most of them today just aren't very high quality, and you will actually end up with really bad, like, messed up skin. So I actually did try to shave with a bladed razor when I was in high school. My face swelled up like I got bee stings all over my face. Okay, it was horrible. So I stopped using, I bought an electric razor, and ever since high school, I've used an electric razor, and I haven't had that problem. So, there you go. I'm well aware of that. Fish Tank Big Boss says, get moles checked out. As you're getting older, they can become cancerous if you don't get them checked out and you have sensitive skin. If you ever have a mole that you've had in your life, and it changes its size, color, feeling, like if it starts to hurt, you're absolutely, positively right. You should get it checked out. He is 100% correct. Most people will just ignore it. That's the worst thing you can do because you might actually get skin cancer as you get older. Luckily for me, I haven't had this issue, but I do check it out. I make sure. If anything, I have a mole on my head right here. I have a mole on my face right here, and I look all the time. Are they changing? Nope, they're the same. So I'm lucky in that regard. Yeah, I can't even use that stuff. Don Toothpick Tom says he uses Dove Sensitive Skin Soap. My wife once bought a bottle of Dove body wash. It had that moisturizer stuff in it, okay? And she didn't like it. And I was like, oh, well, I'll use it. I don't care. I'm not picky. I started using it. Within 2 days, my entire body started to itch uncontrollably. Like, what is going on? Then I started breaking out in a rash. Yeah, I can't use any of this shit. I have to use, like, the most non-abrasive, no moisturizer, no added shit. It has to be, like, the most basic level stuff that I can use. So, they have different ones that say, no harmful dyes, no chemicals, no moisturizers, none of that. I have to use that because my skin sucks. I just have to be very careful or else I end up very uncomfortable situations. Hypoallergenic, yeah, that's exactly right. Something that basically your skin's not going to react to. That's the kind of stuff I have to use. Someone tipped me $1, says, you said you only shaved once a week until more recently. Yeah, it's been the last couple of years. Last couple of years, I've gotten used to shaving more often. So now I shave every other day. He said, I never noticed a thick, dense beard from that era. I don't know what you mean, that era. Did you ability to grow beard come with a... What? No, I've been able to grow a beard ever since high school. I had facial hair before anyone else in high school. I really did. I was the first person in every class or whatever to actually start growing facial hair. And probably my overwhelming amount of testosterone. Just like exploding, exuding testosterone from every pore. So, no. But like I said, I really only tried to grow out a full beard right when I stopped. Well, I say when I stopped. When I got laid off from my office job. which was late 2010, okay? I said, hey, I'm going to grow out my beard now, and I'm going to see what it looks like, what it feels like. I'm just curious. So I did. So you'll notice from that era, I had different beard types. I was trying different things, and I just didn't like it. It didn't feel comfortable whatsoever. It was always uncomfortable and itchy and just, like, very irritated. So after, like, a couple months of attempting different things, I said, screw it. I just shaved it, back off, and that was that. Yeah, I no, listen, I understand. I'm totally lucky in this regard. So I can grow full facial hair and I still have hair on my head. I mean, yeah, it's not perfect, but like I said, I am super lucky, and here's why. On my mom's side of the family, okay, my uncle and all 3 of my cousins all lost all of their hair in their 30s. Like, by the time they were, like, mid-30s, they were all completely bald. And I still have my hair. So I'm incredibly lucky, because there was a huge chance that I was going to go bald right away. And I lucked out in that regard. Now, it's not perfect, but I'm just happy to have what I have, knowing how that side of the family looks. Could you hear this story for the 27th time? No, I'd have to tell it about 20 more times. Buckwell says, I bought a mid-range laptop the other day and its specs are better than your PC's. Maybe time to upgrade the PC? I mean, listen, Buckwell. I tend to believe you because PC technology advances so quickly, right? That, like, the moment I got my gaming PC, it was outdated, okay? But the thing is, if you buy a good enough PC, you can still have it for many years. Like right now, I'm running every game I play at 4K, 120 hertz / 120 frames with almost all the effects, right? I think the only thing we don't turn on is the full ray tracing stuff. Everything else, like, look how good Resident Evil Requiem looked, right? So why do I need a higher end computer? Right? Now, the thing is, I have the capability of getting a better one if and when I want. I could buy it right now, but what do I need it for? I don't. I'll wait. Right now, prices are sky high. Like, if I were to buy the modern equivalent of my gaming PC, it would probably cost like $4,000 when this one was around $3,000. And that was a year and a half, 2 years ago. And it's this, like I said, the equivalent of that. I'm not saying the high end. I'm saying the equivalent of that would probably cost $4K because the prices have gone so high. So, I will likely get a new PC eventually, or maybe I can upgrade certain components of this one. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Maybe eventually, all right, that PC, my gaming PC is what I'm pointing at, that will become my capture and streaming PC, and I'll just buy a higher end one, and that'll be my gaming PC. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I could do that. I don't know what I'll want to do. The only bummer is that thing doesn't have a lot of USB ports, and I got a lot of shit plugged into this PC. Like, thinking about it, I got 2 webcams, the Roland Bridgecast, the mouse, the keyboard, the capture device. So I need to have the highest end USB port for the capture device, and I think I have one of them on there, just one, actually. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I have to look into it, but eventually that may be what happens. Like, I might actually make that my capture streaming PC, because that's a beast to do that, and then get a better PC for gaming stuff later. We'll see. But I'm happy. Hey, my setup's amazing, is it not? I love my setup, man. I have so many awesome things I do now that I never was able to do before. It's just such a good setup compared to, where I was for so many years. Shout out to Omega Sauce for the gifted sub on Kick. I appreciate that, Omega Sauce. Thank you guys for the early support. As you know, today is Dragon Quest, and when we play Dragon Quest, it's hard to get attendance and it's hard to get support. It really is. So anyone who supports this, stream today, thank you. As I've said, listen, everything else right now is going well, okay? Hollow Knight just concluded. Amazing playthrough, was very well supported. Slay the Spire 2 crushed it the other day for the first stream, okay? RimWorld continues to perform. Street Fighter 6 continues to perform. Indies are doing good. And next week we got Crimson Desert that's going to start. Hopefully that'll do well, right? If everything else is doing well, I can have a one game that isn't doing well. But the whole idea is that everything does well. So if this stream does well, I'd be ecstatic. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I'd be like, wow, this is amazing. So let's go. Let's get support for chill vibes, relaxing music, JRPGs in the house, lots of chill interactions, and, lots of engagement and support. Let's go. Okay, someone tipped $2 says, you say you make meaningful content. Could you elaborate? Sure. Here's the difference between slop and meaningful content. Okay? Slop. Slop is literally content anyone can make. It can be made any day of the week at any moment. It's minimal effort and maximum profits because it preys upon human nature. It preys upon the weak. It preys upon the exploitable people, gullible people. Okay? So, for example, what do I consider slop? All right? Someone who literally just sits around all day watching other people's content and talking about it. That's slop. Now, that's commentary, sure. Commentary can be part of content. Commentary should not be all you do. All right? Because you didn't make any content for yourself. All you did was ride the coattails of others to make content. So if you can't make any original content that anyone cares about, you're just a slop peddler. That's all you do. Okay? So if all you do is you react to current events, you react to political news, you react to other people's gameplay, you react to a movie trailer, you react, you're slop, you're worthless. That's not meaningful content whatsoever. Maybe every once in a while you'll have a moment of insight, but for the most part, anyone can do what you do. You're completely and utterly replaceable at any moment. And just to prove my point, if any of those people disappear, immediately 3 more appear to replace them. They're completely replaceable, not unique in anything that they do whatsoever. Their content is only good in the moment. Okay? If you don't watch it today, like if you wait a week to watch it, it's completely meaningless content. Because it's only talking about junk that's going on right now, and it's outdated right away. It's crap. Okay? And sadly, I hate to say it, a lot of the people who make that kind of content don't care if what they say is truthful or not, don't care if what they say is harmful or not. All they care about is getting a reaction and a rise and support from their audience. So the more extreme, the more insulting, the more nasty, toxic, and hell, defamatory they are, the better off they do. It's like I've said, people like that, if someone else's worst day of their life is your best day because that's the content you make, you rely on others messing up for you to have content, you don't make content. You just don't. You're essentially a leech. Okay, you're a parasite. All you do is you profit off of the misery of others. Misery brokers, right? That's slop. That's not meaningful content in any way, shape, or form. Okay? For me, I want to make content that, first of all, is timeless. And when I say that, I mean, you can watch my playthrough of Resident Evil Requiem as the game comes out. You could watch it right now. You could watch it in a month. You could watch it in a year. You could watch it in 10 years. It's still just as good, just as entertaining, and it's timeless. Do you see? It'll always be pertinent because it's representative of the time that that game came out. You can see my thoughts about, honestly, what the game was, whether it's, I really like this game, or, man, I'm frustrated at this part, right? Reacting to the scares or whatever. That's timeless content. That's meaningful content because it's genuine. It's not manufactured. It's not overacted. It's just actually what I'm feeling in the moment. And the best part about it, it's not harmful to anyone. Me playing Resident Evil Requiem and reacting to it and giving you my honest feedback and commentary on it as I play it doesn't harm a single person on planet Earth. So I profit from it. You get entertainment out of it. No one gets hurt. That's meaningful content. That's the difference. Versus a slot peddler or a misery broker who all they do is hurt others to get ahead. They stomp on others because they don't have talent. If they had talent, they would go do something meaningful. They don't have the ability to do so because they're not intelligent enough. They're not entertaining enough. They just don't have it. So instead, just make fun of everyone else. So you're a loser. All you can do is down talk someone else. There's 2 ways to go about proving that someone isn't good. Either you can just make fun of them and defame them, or you can one-up them and do something better than them. Right? So if you think, oh, this person's terrible at what they do or whatever, so one-up them. So prove that you could do it better than them. Don't just shit talk them, right? do something better for yourself and for everyone else and make more meaningful content. But these people don't have the capability of doing that. They are the modern day court jester, meaning they could go out there, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. Today on the internet, people just aren't smart. So they're not smart enough to understand that content is all smoke and mirrors and is just garbage. Like, if you sit around watching meaningful content, you'll probably have a good time and you'll probably learn something, maybe get a little wiser, a little smarter. If you watch the slop, if you watch the garbage, you actually get dumber. And all of human culture is hurt by that kind of content. It just is. Like, it brings us all down collectively as a fucking human race. The fact that stuff exists and is propagated and is profitable, it just means we're stupider as an existence, human existence. We're just dumber for liking that crap. So, it is what it is. I can't change the fact that so many people are dumb and like toxic, negative slop. But I don't have to make it. I can be my own person. It all started, you're right. It all started with reality TV. 100% correct. You're absolutely right. When reality TV began in the 2000s is when it became prominent, right? It was like The Real World on MTV, and then a million other spin-off shows with celebrities, like the Anna Nicole Smith Show and shit like that. And then there was more and more. Then it became Jackass and all that. That TV content basically was the origination point for the modern-day slop that exists out there and is so prominent. And it's just sad that that's the kind of content that is getting most attention on the internet and that people are consuming because they are rotting their own brains away watching this trash. What's going on, I can't even say this guy's name. Let's try this again. What's going on, Jai Hayes? Thank you for a $20 super chat. And he says, here you go. Here's to playing GTA 6 when it comes out. I know the struggle is real. I don't know what you mean by the struggle is real. I'm not struggling. I'm actually doing pretty good. All right? I know that the struggle is real for many people. I was struggling for a long time. Not anymore, though. And, yeah, I absolutely am very much looking forward to GTA 6 coming out. As I said yesterday, that's going to be one of those universal playthroughs. Like, people are just waiting for me to play big, high-profile games. We just need good ones to come out. Like, take a look at what happened with Resident Evil Requiem, right? So it has been the longest time since we had a good AAA game. The ones that have been coming out have been atrociously bad, underwhelming, underperforming garbage, right? Finally, a big AAA game comes out that's good. Ginormous attention and support on the channel, right? My views went sky high compared to my other content. I'm making 10 plus times more views than I do on my other content. That's what people want on the channel. You know what I mean? That's what people are waiting for. They want big, high-profile games, and there just haven't been any good ones. So my core audience sticks around and supports me when I'm playing smaller stuff, but then the mainstream audience comes back for the big games. So I know when GTA 6 comes out, things are going to blow up, you know, and that's going to be a lengthy game. I'm going to make a lot of content out of it, so it's going to be awesome around here, right? It's going to be pretty cool. Oh, okay. He says, not the struggle, not that kind of struggle. I'm talking about the struggle of getting GTA 6 released because it just keeps getting postponed. I got you. Yeah, for sure. 100%. We all want it, right? We all want to play it. We all know it's going to be a great experience with our viewers and everything. And we just need it out. We need to actually release. Well, Supportive Support says, you know, Jerry Springer started it all. It showed people at their worst, and viewers loved to watch the misery and the drama. Yeah, you know, I would agree with you there, too. It was those sensationalist talk show hosts as well. That was some of the whole reality TV, schlock TV garbage that started the whole thing. Yeah, Ricky Lake. Remember that? I never watched Jenny Jones. Sally? You mean Sally Jesse Raphael? I don't think that she was that bad. There were some of them that were kind of like the earlier talk show hosts were more... They tried to tackle serious issues, but sometimes they had ridiculous guests. But then they really got into the schlock after that. And then it became reality TV. And then next thing you know, it's bum fights and shit like that. And then the internet exploded with YouTube. And the next thing you know, it's all on YouTube. Geraldo, yeah, Geraldo. And of course, Maury Povich with his paternity tests. Yep. Someone tipped $1 and said, what about the stuff that you've reacted to? Well, first off, I am not above reproach. I am not above criticism, right? I'm not. You have the right to criticize me for the content that I've made. So, for example, for 2 years, I had a react show called DSP versus the Internet, and people would submit clips and would submit, things from all different topics for me to watch. Chair's starting to sink into the mat, and that sucks. Because I don't want it to always be stuck. Give me 1 second. I don't want it to always be stuck here in one spot. That's a little better. There we go. Yeah, it's moving better now. I hate that. Okay, so, I did a DSP versus the internet show for 2 years, and it was all user or viewer submitted clips and stuff. And, that show ran for a while, and could you consider that meaningful content? Well, at least when I tried to react to stuff, I tried to be fair. All right, I tried to say, hey, I'm going to be neutral, give you my honest opinion about what we're watching. Never was I sensationalist. Never did I actively try to over-exaggerate my reactions. Never did I try to be harmful to the people who were involved in the clips. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't me just hating or defaming the people there. It was more, hey, from my perspective in life, from my perspective as a creator, here's what I think. But hey, you're right. If you think that all reacting is garbage, then you have the right to criticize me and say, hey, you did that show for 2 years, right? Every once in a while, I'll react on a whim for fun. I'll react to, a clip of LTG or something like that. You're right. When I do that every once in a while, you have the right to criticize me and say, well, you're being hypocritical. At the same time, that is not the content that I strive to put out and be known for. You know this. You know that every day, what do I want to do? Sit here and chill with you. Have a nice, relaxing conversation. Have good social interactions, right? Have a conversation that's meaningful. Play some games. Chill. Have a good time. Get your input, right? That's what I'm all about. And that's basically the way that I want to, conduct myself on the internet, is to leave a legacy of meaningful content that you can watch, that's not harmful, that's entertaining. And or informative, meaningful, whatever you get out of it. Because some people do get a lot out of there and some people don't, but hey, that's what I want to do with my life, okay? So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. But listen, you're right. I'm not above criticism. I've made certain kinds of content as well over the years. And you have a right to say, hey, Phil did some schlock too. But at least that's not what I do for a living. That's not what pays the bills. So DeBomb says, for the one Hollow Knight ending you didn't watch, the big difference between the Gauntlet ending and the base good ending, the Hollow Knight is alive at the end and free of the Radiance. So basically, if he beats the Gauntlet, it shows that he killed the Radiance as part of the Void, and he is sentient still. So, and that ties into the ending of, Silk Song, although in Silk Song, the Void seems to be completely uncontrollable, right? It's overriding the whole realm. So, that's pretty crazy. Someone tipped another $2, says, so meaningful content is content that's not based on hurting others, constructive versus destructive. Well, yes and no. I mean, all meaningful content should be constructive versus destructive. It should be. Like, here's the thing. Let's say, for example, I sit here and I honestly watch a clip of a creator. Like, let's say I honestly watched 10 minutes of LTG. And then I gave you my actual opinions about what I saw. And it wasn't meant to just be, hey, I'm just going to run with memes about this guy that are mean. But instead, I tell you, hey, here's what I think about this. Here's what I think about this. I'm a creator. I can talk from my place of experience. That's different. Because that's actual criticism. That could be considered constructive. It may not be positive, but it's still constructive. As long as I'm actually giving real criticism that could be considered a way to suggest improvement. As opposed to, that guy's a piece of shit, that guy is this and that, and you're just memeing and parroting what everyone has said without any substantiation, without any justification, just to get a rise out of an audience to make money. Do you see the difference? So if I watch an LTG stream and I say, his background is bare, it's a white wall, it's incredibly boring for the viewer, he should put more effort in. That's constructive criticism, right? If I say something horrible about a family member or something and there is no actual way to prove that, and I'm just saying it because it's a meme, that's harmful. That's not meaningful content. That's actually a personal attack for personal gain. Do you see the difference? That's the way I see it. So when I tried to do a react show for 2 years, I wasn't just attacking people for every clip. It wasn't me defaming the things that I was watching. It was me giving honest commentary to it. As opposed to what a lot of people do is they try to literally just constantly attack, trying to essentially be toxic to someone because you think that'll get a rise out of your audience and that will make you money. That's not meaningful content. That's bullying. That's internet bullying is what it is. Okay? Buckwell says, what if people prefer a clean background versus a messy, cluttered one like yours? Hey, everyone has a personal preference. That's fine. I have a right to verbalize my personal preference, and you have a right to verbalize yours. That's the beauty of human life, is that not everyone agrees. We have the ability to disagree and share each other's perspectives in a respectful manner. If you actually like someone streaming from a completely empty room and you think that that's good content, more power to you. That's awesome. Good for you. Then you know who to watch. The empty room streamer, right? ERG, empty room god. Go watch his content. You know, but hey, if you actually want to watch someone who puts effort in, who every day tries to put on a nice little interesting eye candy show for you with fun animations that are the games I'm playing with different things for the background that are pertinent to what we're doing, lighting that is, you know, variety, then watch the streamer who does that, you know? I still don't know what's on his floor. I have no idea what that is. He claims it's some kind of art. Dude, it's like an infant's rug. It's like a cartoon sun face smiling for like a Mario game. Like, what is it? I don't know. Anyway, let's continue here. Whoa, let's see. I just got a big tip, but I don't know who it's from. Okay, let me explain. I think I should explain because some people are more newcomers to my content. When you tip me, okay, here's what I see. The email address that you have associated with your PayPal account and whatever you put into the body of your message, okay? I will see more information than that if you set up your PayPal to send more. Like, you can actually set up your PayPal to have your real name, your address, and all that crap. But when you send me a tip, all I can see is what you sent me in the body of the tip, all right? So I just got a $50 tip. I'm just going to read the entire message because I think I know who it's from, but I'm not sure. Okay, he just confirmed it. It's Jai. It's Jai Hayes. Thank you, Jai. Because you didn't put your name in the tip. So thank you for that. Here, let's see what he said, because he has a big message here. Ready? He says, I first donated to you because I liked your stream and what you were talking about. Then I donated another $200. He did a bunch of big super chats, and I got lots of shit. I got sidetracked with your trolls. I thought that they might have had good points. I saw how they keep stealing your life and streaming it live. Oh, they're stealing your lives and streaming them live. Yes, I forget that everyone calls them lives now. Rather than live streams, they call them lives. That's like the lingo for them. But you're right. Right now, I'm being live rebroadcasted illegally. I am. That's it. They do every single day when I go live, they're already rebroadcasting me illegally, stealing my content. He says, I support you 100% and I got your back. Well, thank you, Jai. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want you to understand something. I don't care about any of the nonsense that these idiots say. Like, as I'm sitting here, right? And I'm just doing my morning show. And you guys are here. You know what we're talking about, right? Trolls are coming in the chat saying, did you know that Jai was in Raw Phil's chat and he was talking with the trolls and he was saying that, yeah, they know that you know, he supports the trolls? I'm 43 years old. I don't give a fuck about what people do in and out of my chat. I'm just streaming. I don't care about you. I don't care about any of this drama. I just want to do my show. Can I be left alone? And the answer is no. They don't want to know why? Because the people who make the harmful content, the people who make the schlock, the slop, they need people like me who make meaningful content to basically make their junk. So they rely on the people who actually work hard and have talent in order to be able to make their garbage and profit from it. Because if it weren't for the hard workers, they wouldn't have content. They'd be sitting there with nothing and their thumb up their fucking ass. If they ever tried to do a stream for themselves that wasn't me, they would get no viewers, no attention, and no support. It's all based on me. I am the sole focus of this weird vortex, okay? So, yeah. That's what's going on, and I'm not paying any attention to any of this fucking nonsense. I just don't care. I'm just here doing my own thing. And if you are here to watch chill content, positive vibes, have fun, you're in the right place. That's why it's so funny, because so many people come to my channel, and when they actually start hanging out with me, they're like, what is this vibe? We're totally thrown off. We were led to believe that it's always constant toxicity, negativity. You're lashing out at people constantly, rage constantly, begging for money constantly. Have I said one word about supporting the stream yet today besides, hey, I hope that the Dragon Quest stream does well, because, you know, it's the one lower stream that I do, right? It is. Right now, it's the least supported stream simply because it's Dragon Quest. People don't really like JRPGs around here. Outside of that, have I said a word about supporting the stream? And I've been broadcasting now for an hour, and I won't. You know, every once in a while, I'll routinely bring it up. That's how I do my content. But these idiots don't want to accept reality. They create this alternate reality where everything I do is bad, everything that they say is true, and they just insulate themselves from reality with this bizarre online virtual presence. It's called being eternally online, where all you do is talk to people online. All you do is live in this weird sociopathic community of people who like to be toxic and negative. It's a horrible way to live life, but that's how they live it. That's how they choose to live it. They would never have a wife. They would never have a family. They would never have these good things for themselves because they literally are plugged in all day doing toxic things, you know? So that's the antithesis of what I stand for. It is. It's the absolute antithesis of all of this stuff. I want nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? So thank you, Jai, for the tip. And I hope you understand where I'm coming from now, you know? Yeah, Jai says, I'm here for you, but just not you playing Street Fighter, and that's cool. Because, you know, that is the good thing about me and my content, is that I don't just do one thing. And I don't just do two things. I do a ridiculous amount of things, right? Today we're going to have a very relaxing Dragon Quest stream. That will not be for everyone. Tonight we're going to do a bunch of random indies that you guys are going to vote on, right? Tomorrow we're going to play Slay the Spire 2, and we're going to do Street Fighter. Next week, we're going to be doing Crimson Desert, which I don't even know what that game's going to be like, right? So every time that we do a different kind of content, that's a different person, a different kind of audience that wants to come by and see that content. That's why I'm here after 18 years. If I had just stuck to one or two kinds of content, I would have been gone a long time ago. But because I'm kind of the jack of all trades guy, I have different audiences that come by for different stuff. So you very well may enjoy what we're doing right now and absolutely hate what we're doing later. And that's okay. You just come back for the stuff that you like, and that's what I appreciate. Thank you for that. Did he? Oh, sweet. Trongate's Legacy says, last weekend, Bumblebee Farmer finally got Kick Partner, and your hosting helped a lot with that, so thank you. No, tell him I congratulate him, and that's really awesome. He's a hard worker. He's a hard streamer. He earned it, and I'm very happy to hear that he got Kick Partner. That is excellent. That is great news. Actual hard work paying off, people who deserve it, and now getting rewarded for it. That's the kind of stories we want to hear, right? So that's excellent. I wish him the best. I hope that his streams do well, and I hope that he makes some money on the partner program. That's great news, man. That's good stuff. What's up, King Michael? Good morning. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I know. Someone tipped $2, but here's the thing. I don't want to talk about detractors all day. I don't. I don't. That's not the kind of guy I am. I'm not going to just sit here and just talk about them all day and give them attention. So I appreciate the $2, but I really don't want to talk about that crap anymore. We're doing Slay the Spire 2 tomorrow on the daytime stream, and I'm excited for it. We're still in the first run. I haven't even died yet, which is pretty crazy. I got to 1 HP left on the second boss, and I beat it. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe it. So I can't wait to continue the run tomorrow. And then, of course, the second run, that'll be awesome. 6 Hybrid, Google AI has no fucking idea what it's talking about. I do not benefit from my detractors in any way. I don't. I do not get anything out of that toxic stuff that they make. Because Google AI claims that it's a unique digital ecosystem. Both parties rely on each other for content, relevance, and financial gain. I get no content out of them. I'm not relevant because of them, and I get no money from them. All three of those things are false. It's a one-way relationship. They rely on me for all three of those things: content, relevance, and financial gain. If I stop streaming, they have no content. If they didn't exist, I would still continue to be successful, and in fact, I'd have even more opportunities because now I could actually do things I can't do, like get sponsorships, get games from publishers, do special events, do charity work, all the things that I would like to do that I can't do because of the online harassment I get. So it's actually not true whatsoever. Google AI is incredibly fucking stupid. It's got it backwards. They rely on me solely. I don't need them for anything. If they all were finger snapped off the planet today, I'd be better for it. That simple. Stingray, thanks for $2. I'm glad you like my big shiny forehead. That's a good message to share with the world there. Thank you for that. I'm sorry to hear that, King Michael. I hope that you get some relaxing vibes out of the stream then. He says he had a hard day and he's here to chill now. You're in the right spot. What's going on, Satan? How you doing? See, here's the funny part. Someone just said, without detractors, a lot of people would forget about me. Good. Because the people who hear from me, about me from the detractors, aren't my fans or viewers who care about me, who watch the content, or who will benefit me in any way. That's the toxic element of humanity. You know, the dunderheads, the mouth droolers, the dunces, who just sit around memeing and crapping on people all day. I don't benefit from them. So I'm glad they don't know about me. Let them stay ignorant. And let me have intelligent, fun, positive people who like chill vibes, people who like games and gameplay. Let those people come discover me and actually have a good time here and not get harassed because they like the content, which is what happens today. Again, I would only solely benefit in a positive way if the detractors didn't exist. 100%. Bistro Time did a $2 super chat. He says, Markiplier is the GOAT variety streamer in my opinion. I genuinely have never watched Markiplier's content. Not once. So I don't know. Maybe he is a good variety streamer and he's entertaining. I'd be the last person to ask. But thank you for the $2. No, I haven't. Someone says, yes, you have. If it ever has happened, it must be like if you guys submitted a clip for the DSP versus the internet show. That's it. I've never genuinely gone and watched this content myself. I've never seen it. Virtual Boy Defeats DSP says, why not embrace Kick and stop insulting us? What are you talking about? When did I insult Kick? Today. The only time I would insult Kick is if Kick is being stupid and, you know, saying really dumb things and just spamming the chat with nonsense. I call it out for what it is. I wasn't even talking about Kick today. What are you talking about? Someone's feeling self-important today. Have I ever been curious as to what megastar streamers like Markiplier do that could repackage for myself? No. If I'm going to have success, I want you to understand something. If I'm ever going to have a modicum of success, even a little bit, it's got to be something I earn. It's got to be something that I did for myself, that I entertained you, or I found a way to make genuine content that you like, and then you supported it. Not, I went and I saw what Markiplier was doing. I went and I saw what Burnt Peanut is doing. I went and I saw what Ninja was doing during his Fortnite days, and I just copied that. What's the fucking point? Then all I am is a cheap copy of them, a cheap imitation of them. Instead, I strive to do stuff that I came up with, that I am a part of the origination of, you know? To be honest, I was one of the originators of the improv style commentary. I was one of the people who would just play any game and say whatever to be entertaining and made it prominent, made it popular, and made it profitable. Okay? And I've been around for 18 years. I predate most of the big guys you guys talk about. Bumblebee Farmer, you're here. Congratulations, man. That is amazing. I'm so happy for you. Really. Like, when I became a partnered streamer, okay, it was like you get a little bit of extra supplemental income, and it helps a ton. It does. Like, just to know that you turn on your stream and those people who are watching are going to help support you. It's awesome, man. So I'm so happy to hear that you got in after all the hard work you've been putting in, man. You deserve it. You really do. Congrats on your success. Princess Luna, thank you for a gifted membership here this morning. I appreciate that. That's our first membership of the day. Would I be a VTuber called the Denim Banana? Why not? Why not make myself a cartoon banana wearing a big denim overalls? Right? There you go. The Denim Banana. Perfect. Why not? Then I just got to select which slurs I'm going to use all the time on stream. I already use retard, so I guess I'll use that one. I'll have to find maybe 5 more common slurs to be risque with the teens, right? And then we just play the most popular games and we're done. There we go. We got that successful formula ready to go. Then I just got to view bot myself like maybe 50,000 view bots every day. We're on top of the world, baby. Perfect. But Big Mac, we talked about that a million times. I'm not going to talk about that shit again. You talking about the distant past. Why did people start to hate on you back in the day? Dude, it's fucking 12 years ago. I'm not talking about that dumb shit. It's a waste of time. Who cares about what happened back then? Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the reality of what happens right now versus back when I was a different person and I acted like a fool, right? Now, things are very different, yet the attitudes haven't changed, which is kind of fucking bizarre when you think about it, right? Congrats, Brian. Happy birthday. He says it's his birthday and he got Fatal Frame 2 Remake. Good for you. Hope you have a good day, man. The banana in denim can be my Halloween costume for this year. Sadly, I don't know if wearing a full banana outfit with denim overalls would really pop so much on my setup, my camera. I have to look into it. Why am I ignoring kicks on the kick stream? I am? Hold on. Let me take a look. Let's see. Let me take a look. I missed kicks. You're right, I did. I'm sorry. I did not know because, sadly, they still have not made a system of automated pop-ups for kicks on kick. So because of that, I don't see them. Unless someone brings it up, I don't see them at all. So what I'm seeing is 100 kicks from Protect Trans Kids. So thank you to Protect Trans Kids for 100 kicks. Okay. Sorry that I missed it. Genuinely, I hate missing contributions. I'm grateful for every single one I get, and I hate when I miss it. So thank you. Well, that is true. I should have skipped it anyway. You're right, Garth. He goes, only 100? You should have skipped that anyway. It doesn't even matter. What time is it? Oh, guess what? Just like that, it's about time to start with the game. Dude, I swear, I come into this show every day, and some days I absolutely have stuff that I want to talk about, right? I'll be like, oh, this news story happened, this and that. And then some days like today, I came in, I had absolutely no clue what we were doing. I was like, let's just ride. Let's see how it goes. Let's say it's going to be chill vibes and just go. Dude, it's been an hour. It's time to start playing Dragon Quest. Time flies, right? So let's end the show. Thank you guys for chilling. I hope that you guys enjoyed the chill vibes of the DSP morning show. And thank you for the early support. I mean, having this much support for Dragon Quest before we start the game is amazing. Maybe we'll actually have a good day of Dragon Quest support today because we got all this support early, and I really, really appreciate that. Okay? Cool. All right. Thank you all for being here. So the next morning show could be tomorrow, could be Monday. It depends on what I feel like doing tomorrow. I'm not sure if tomorrow I'm going to have enough topics to do a full podcast. So I'm debating if I should just do a morning show that's shorter and play more Slay the Spire 2. Because I really liked Slay the Spire 2 the other day. I'm thinking maybe I want to get more gameplay in of it. I guess we'll have to think about it. Okay? All right. All right, guys. Thank you for chilling here on the DSP Morning Show. I hope you enjoyed the relaxing vibes, and I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Peace out.